Good morning, fifth graders. We're going to go ahead and take a look at dividing fractions by fractions. So far we've been dealing with fractions and whole numbers to get a really good idea of the meaning of dividing by fractions. And now we're going to make it a little bit more complicated, although the process does not become more complicated, but the idea becomes more complicated, or the concept of dividing fractions by fractions. So recall, we can turn any division problem into a multiplication problem by multiplying by the divisor's reciprocal. So if you decide to change your division problem into a multiplication problem, you're making a change there, you also need to change the divisor into its reciprocal. And remember, that's the number that you're dividing by. So whatever number you're dividing by is what you're going to change to its reciprocal. So our little saying to help us remember the order in which we do this is keep, change, flip, KCF. You keep the dividend the same. So you keep that front number the same. You leave it alone. Change the operation from division to multiplication, and flip the divisor. Notice the divisor to its reciprocal. Then you multiply just like you normally would if you think back to our multiplication of fractions unit. Remember to clear the skies before you multiply straight across. Now in this case, the skies are already going to be cleared, but when we start doing mixed numbers, we're going to have to clear the skies first. And sometimes, you know, when there's whole numbers floating around, you have to clear the skies. So be sure to show your KCF work. A lot of us are getting into a bad habit of writing it straight into the problem or forgetting to flip. I want to see your KCF. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my columns. So this is 1/3 divided by 3/4, which is the same thing as multiplying by 4/3. Make sure you flip that second fraction. Now we're going to multiply straight across, and we get 4/9. 8/9 divided by 1/3. Keep, change, flip. This is going to be 8/9 times 3/1. I can cross simplify. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 9 3 times. Multiply straight across, I get 8/3. That's an improper fraction, so I'm going to want to go ahead and turn that into a mixed number. 3 goes into 8 2 times. That's 6, and then there's 2 left over. So that's 2 and, sorry, that's a 2. 2 2/3. All right, let's do a couple more together, and then you can work on the back side on your own. 3/5 divided by 3/4. Keep, change, flip. So this is 3/5 times 4/3. Going to flip that guy. We can cross simplify again. I've got a 3 and a 3, so those cancel out to be 1s. Multiply straight across, and we get 4/5. And the last one here we'll do together, and then you can tackle the backside on your own and check my answer key. We have 7/10 times 5/2. Going to multiply straight across because I cannot, I can cross simplify. Got 10 and 5. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 10 twice, multiply straight across, we get 7/4. 4 goes into 7 once, and there's 3 left over. 1 3/4. So again, why don't you go ahead and tackle the backside and check my answer key for the solutions.